Welcome back to the channel. Today we are looking at Chimera, as Fiendsmith, whatever else you want to add to the end. And the reason I'm making the video is because we got A Bao A Qu, and that's the new Link 4 that we got for Fiend specifically. And Chimera is just one of the decks that can use it. There are other decks like Life Twins, which I will make a video on. But it'll be like the future when we get the Life Twin support. So, and there's Ubel. Then Malice can make it and do the Nightmare Griffin lock. I don't think it's very good Malice, because you rather just make Apollo. And even now, you probably still want to make Apollo. But we're here to just showcase what you can do with the Bao. Showcase some of the combo lines, because Apollo eventually will get banned at some point, so that way you guys can kind of reference it the video if you do want to play this deck. So just from the beginning, the deck is just very roguish. It's not really the most competitive, so yeah, let's just jump into it. We'll talk about all the engines, show some combos, some alternatives. We got some combos and replays. So for the Fiendsmith, we have the typical Leery, the Graver, the Lacrima, Track. But in this deck, you can actually just play the Dusted Gold, Evil Hero, it's a light fiend, and the Sinister Necrom. You banish this to summon the Evil Hero, and that's basically Fiendsmith combo. And then we'll showcase how we get there, essentially. And then for the Chimera cards, we have the Gazelles, the One for Your Kodal, your Sword Knight, the Baphomet, and the Double Fusion, and the Illusion Chimera Apprentice. That's it for that section. It's a very limited package. Don't want to play too much. This is a brick. I hate drawing this card. And everything else is alright. This is pretty much combo, and this is combo. The deck does lose to essentially like an Ash, like a really good time dash if you don't have any follow-up or any extenders. So yeah, that's just the biggest problem. Then we have the Zamina stuff. We have the LZ. I guess we'll put the Diabell Star in there. The Deception and the Hollowed, the Wanted, and the White Forest Sinful Spoils card. This is a fusion spell, and you can also use it to extend or summon a fiend, illusion, or spellcaster from your hand. You rarely do it because you usually just set it with Diabell Star, and then you go Chimera on their turn. And then let's go over the hand traps. We have the Maxis, the Ash Blossoms, and the Fuelos. We're not really playing a lot because it's pretty much just all gas, no breaks, this deck. And these are the most impactful ones. I forgot to mention Dark Fusion. You can fusion summon a fiend from your extra deck, and then your opponent cannot target it with card effects. So when you fuse into your Baphomet, they can't imperm or Veiler it, and it's really good when you can make your last in the chain. Typically you would fuse the Gazelle plus another one, and then Gazelle can search for something, can block it, and they can't really even target the Baphomet. I think it's very important to dump your Sinister, and then you can get into Fiendsmith that way. And then we have some couple cards that we don't talk about. Book of Eclipse, Droplet, which are like the board breakers of the deck, and Eclipse is very good right now. Not many decks can play it though, but it's pretty much shuts down Ryzeal. You flip everything and they can't do anything. So I have a replay to kind of showcase how good the card is. And that'll be it for the main deck. See if I want to miss. Oh yeah, Chaos Hunter. Just happens to be a fiend, really good into Malice. Malice is still arguably the best deck, and everybody's just still playing it. So you can actually just toggle into this whenever you need it, and I'll showcase that in one of the combos, one of the replays. If you don't play against a lot of Malice, you can play this one, A Bao A Qu. It's alright. Like, you can pop one and they have to set their cards before activating them. So against, I guess, play against Tenpai, I guess they have to set the Kaimen. So that's pretty much it. And you can special summon her, so it's not that bad. You do hard draw her. We have the called buys just for, you don't want to get maxied, so yeah. Okay, that's it for the tech choices. Like I said, you can just swap this out for Duelists if you think that's better. For the extra deck, we have the Chimera, the Baphomet, the 2 fusions of the archetype. This discard one, and this is the Foolish Burial for Fiends, Beast, or Illusion. So it has a lot of versatility. This is why you can send this as well. We have Lacrima, we have Aerial Leader. Aerial Leader is very important. If you don't have access to Baphomet, you go Aerial Leader, send it away, and then you revive it later with A Bao. Then you can search on its when it's special summoned. So we'll showcase that as well. For the Azamina, we have the Ilsavia, Arceliago, and then Mo Regina. She has a pop 2. That's pretty come in handy. And remember, you set up the Sinful Spoils with your Duel Star. So let's come up. Guardian Chimera, Desiree, Chaos Angel, summon him pretty much all the time. We have Caesar, and then it's just the Fiendsmith stuff. Caesar, Requiem, Sequence. And lastly, we have A Bao. She's really good. Not as good as Apollo, but she's good. You just can discard a card to destroy one card on the field. Does not target, so comes in handy. You can banish this card, and if you do, special summon a light or dark, and that is how you get to your Chaos Hunter. Or if you want to play the Duelists, that is also there. But it's not just that. You can special the Baphomet, search. Sometimes you can get Apprentice. You kind of want to extend. There's a lot of versatility. And then the last effect, during your standby phase, you draw cards equal to the number of different monster types in your graveyard. Basically Saruja, draw a bunch of cards, and then you put the same amount of cards back into the deck. Just really good because we have so many different monster types. We have Fiend, Insect, Zombies, Beast, Winged Beast, Illusion. You kind of get like a hard reset when it's your draw phase again. So really good. And if she's ever in trouble, she just tags out. So yep, that'll be it for the deck profile. We're gonna showcase essentially the new combo and have some replays. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe for more videos. This will be the new combo with A Bao A Qu, and like I mentioned, the deck profile. Why would you ever make this over Apollo? Apollo's really oppressive against decks that can't out it. But let's sure eventually we'll get banned, hopefully. So, and at that time, A Bao A Qu will probably just be a replacement. So, all you need is Nightmare Apprentice, a discard, and a monster to tribute. You can get the monster later. You don't have to worry too much about it. But start off. So, you can special the Nightmare Apprentice. Here I would discard Droplet. And then you can search for an illusion monster. So, grab the Kotal. Now you can activate Kotal. Grab the Gazelle. We kept the Eclipse so we can flip our monster over. It gets impermed or whatever, Bailored. It also works if you have the fusion card that we're gonna search for. Pretty much any quick play. Like if you're going second, just you could have kept the droplet or something. It doesn't really matter. Just kind of little things that matter when you're dueling in certain situations. But we're against the bot, so yeah. Oh, now you're gonna fusion. And we're gonna do chain link 1, the Gazelle, and the chain link 2 on the Baphomet. And so Baphomet will send the Sinister for the Fiendsmith stuff, and Gazelle will add the LZ. Now you can special the LZ, then fusion with it. Here you're just climbing up the, I guess, levels. So we got more Regina. Now she'll bring back the LZ. Now you can go into Chaos Angel. Chaos Angel is light and dark now, so pretty hard to get rid of him. Now LZ will then add a card. I'm gonna add Deception. And this is what I mentioned. Let's grab that first. Always grab this, like, right as you fuse. Always just forget. But this is what I meant. You need to tribute a monster, which could be the Chaos Angel. But like I have other additional monsters, so it won't be the Chaos Angel. So you can activate Deception and just tribute the Ash. You can have the Hollowed. Now we activate the Hollowed to summon Arciliago. Now you can add the Wanted. I'm sure you guys seen this already. Forest and other decks that use Azumina cards. So with Azumina Hollowed, you can just put back the LZ. And you can activate the Hollowed, chain Wanted. I need to be careful because I might misclick these other quick plays. So we got Black Witch, and then you summon the Silvera or Elsovia. And now you're kind of nib proof here. And then now you can do the Fiendsmith stuff. You can also draw a card here. So that card that you discarded at the beginning, you get it back. So we'll go Sinister. And now we'll do the Fiendsmith stuff. Go Evil Hero, Dusted Gold here. And then Requiem, you guys seen this already. Go Lacrima, send the Engraver. And then you can attach. And then you can send off the Black Witch now, kind of for free. Remember, you still have the Silvera, so now you set the fusion spell, Simple Spoils 1. Now you can go into sequence. Now you can fusion here. And this is where you go Area Leader with the probably a Dusted Gold. Doesn't really matter. You need to keep the Engraver though. So we'll go with 2. And then with Area, you can dump different types of cards. You can dump Big Winged or Chaos Hunter. And then we'll revive it later with A Bao A Qu. So it's completely up to you. I mean, Malice is still everywhere, so. But we'll do the first one, and then I'll have like a part 2 with the Chaos Hunter. Also, keep in mind that if you have it in your hand, you can use it to fuse and get both out. But for right now, we'll just do the Baphomet. Alrighty. Then you do Engraver. Go back to Lacrima. Now you can go with Caesar. If you want to keep the Chaos Angel, you can. Or just have a Caesar on the board. It's up to you. You would use these 4 essentially and not make Caesar. So. But you kind of ran out of space. So I'm gonna link these 4 off. And this combo line is more like, I guess, thematic. Really care about that. So here you can activate A Bao A Qu, discard a card, just get rid of this. And then you can special 8 or dark. Oh, you bring back the Baphomet. Like I said, you can bring back the Chaos Angel as well, or Chaos Hunter. Now you add back the fusion. And for whatever reason, if you didn't have a discard, you could have just wanted. So, like I said, now you can fusion. Do Chimera. Like I said, it's more thematic, more than anything, really. And then link 1, bring back the Moa Regina, and then chain link 2 to discard a card. Should have summoned the Chimera on the extra monster zone though. Not too big of a deal here because I don't have the Chaos Hunter. And then that's pretty much your turn. Just put that back. Catch, put this back, and then draw a card. Another booking for webs. So, and at the end of the turn, you get the A Bao A Qu back. And then she can pop something. Then you have Chimera Fusion, hopefully with the monster in the hand. Caesar Negate, this is a double pop if you activate a Simple Spoils or Azamina. And this is just the Omni Negate. So let's put the whole board. Bring her back. And then he can discard a card. So that's pretty much the whole board. Like I said, if you had something else to revive, I should have put the Chimera up here. So, but yeah, for the combo, a long combo, but it's pretty good. And then I'll show you the Chaos Hunter version after this. Okay, so here we are with the Chaos Hunter line. This is the exact same combo from the first part. How you got here. The only difference is you're gonna send Chaos Hunter this time. Keep in mind, when I started over with the combo, I got Big Wing Baphomet. This just means if you have one or the other, that you can essentially do both. And you never want to start off with Big Winged because you get fusion locked, and then you can't do Fiendsmith. So like in a scenario where you open up with Big Winged, and then you activate Deception, you tribute the Big Winged Baphomet, and then continue the line. But if you have both, you can actually just do one on your turn and then do one on their turn. And you get the additional benefits of summoning Chimera and then Chaos Hunter on their turn. But, like I said, you make the area leader, keep the engraver, need to bring him back. So, area leader would just dump the Chaos Hunter, the pesky Malice, or if you want to play Diebells, the level 7 illusion, you can do that. So you do the Fiendsmith engraver, put the Lacrima back. And then you do the Caesar. And like I said, if you come across Chaos Hunter or the Baphomet, you would do the Chimera combo from the first video, and then on their turn, on their main phase, you would summon Chaos Hunter. But this is just the Chaos Hunter line. Hope that's making sense. This combo is a little bit weaker, but if you play against Malice, you're really weaker. You lock him out. So you banish that. And then you can just summon the Chaos Hunter. But like I said, I had access to Big Wing Bird from it, so I would go Bird from it, do the Chimera with the A Bao A Qu, and then on their main phase banish it, and then summon the Chaos Hunter. But if you don't have access to Bird from it, obviously just go Chaos Hunter. It's a bit weaker, just because you don't really know what you're playing against, you know. So we draw a monster there. That's a Chimera fodder, basically. And yeah, that's pretty much the combo line. Just bring it back. Additionally, you can, again, use A Bao A Qu to summon a Wing Bird from it, and then you can set up for Chimera that way. Chimera has more resources, so I'll show you here. Oh, he normal summons, and then you get all this stuff pop up. So, I guess I would stop that first. Graver. And then you can just chain the A Bao A Qu, discard the card. So yeah, you have access to both, and even against Malice. So you bring this back, you can get the searches. Have Chimera access still. So it gets popped, this activates. You have this, you have the fusion. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. This can always bring back a banished Beast, Fiend, or Illusion. This guy, not too big of a deal. But at the end of the turn, you'll get back the A Bao A Qu. So yeah, that'll be it for that one. Like I said, it's a bit weaker, but you know, if you're playing against Malice, I don't know if you're doing like a tournament or something, just summon that. Oh, so yeah, that'll be it for that combo. Let's watch one more combo. This would be the first replay, and we're going first. So typical, we Kodal first, and we really want to showcase this is kind of a different line. Like, we really don't have any Chimera cards, really. So, we do the Azamina, do the hollowed stuff, where you send the Deception, summon Arceliago. That's my first summon. Make sure to keep count. Second summon, third summon. And that way, I do that so I don't lose the body, essentially. And now, do the Wanted chain to the hollowed. Now we get Diabell, and then we get the El Silvera, so now we're Baron proof, or Nibiru proof. Now we just do Fiendsmith combo, you know, send, we get attach, so we can use Diabell Star to detach the equip card. Now we just do that so we can have an extra body, the Necrom. Now we fusion, okay, showed in the combo section, you can make Area Leader. Then we send the Big Winged, the Bird from it. Here we just want to draw a card. Doesn't really matter. We just want to use it for later. So we use Engraver. We special him, and then we go into A Bao A Qu. And now we activate the effect. Just discard the card. Bring back the Big Winged. Now we can search for our fusion and our Gazelle. And here, keep in mind, like, the game state is kind of slowing down for him since they use the hand trap, and you typically want to just go the Chimera, so you can rip one out of their hand. And then the chain links, chain link 1, 2, and 3. Always chain link 3 so they can't stop it. The Ash or any other hand traps that they have. So we special, and then we add the LZ. Then always add the fusion back. Now we fusion up these two to the Bird from it, and this is like what I talked about in the deck profile, that you can play certain either Beast, Fiend, or Illusion monsters. In my case, I have Chaos Hunter. You can play the other one that I mentioned, A Bao A Qu. And the reason we did that is because Baphomet, or Chimera, during your opponent's turn, you can banish this card to target one Beast, Fiend, or Illusion, special it. So if they are playing Malice, we can special that out. If they aren't playing Malice, we do the Baphomet, search for the 2 cards, and it's essentially just for Chimera. Oh, I still have the LZ, I still have plays to do, so we are fusion locked at this point. So we go more Regina, pop 2 off the Sinful Spoils. And the reason you also fusion to this is because we have the Codal, which protects you from target effects. So even if it could try out something, you have protection there. And then we also have the grave loaded up, as well as, like I said, the big component is just Chimera in the grave. And so we can either toggle into Chaos Hunter and for the Baphomet. So, and we also have the rip one off the Chimera. So at this point, oh, we know he's playing Malice, so just literally in the draw phase. Bring it back. Like I said, it's too important against Malice, so I just omni-negated it. You don't want to let them resolve anything. Additionally, you could wait into the standby phase, or the main phase, I mean, and then have A Bao just chain to the called by or the Bestial, right? Save the Omni Negate, but there's a lot of people playing tactics right now, so yeah, I didn't really want to risk it. And you toggle into the Chaos Hunter, and now they can't really do it. So let's kind of showcase what you can do. Like I said, Malice is too like meta right now, so I just put the Chaos Hunter. You could have sent the A Bao A Qu or the Reaper play the Tiger King that I didn't talk about, but yeah, that'll be it for that replay. Watch another one. Alright, so we have another replay here. We're going second. Loss against Ryzel. Had abysmal coin tosses over the weekend. I think I'm like -40 or something. So he's doing his thing. Here I really want to showcase the power of Book of Eclipse. Probably the best card against Ryzel. So he's going Detonator. Go in and search the whole combo. Star, Sword, nice. Well, I'll set up the Field Spell and the Aggregator. So our hand's pretty decent if we would have gone first. Going second, it's probably better just because Book of Eclipse, you can flip all their monsters over. And if you go first and then you Book of Eclipse, they get to draw a bunch the next turn. Or we kind of want a clock. So here goes Starliege. Very important because this board is essentially unbreakable unless you have Book of Eclipse or Droplets, which we do play both, but this card essentially, well, the 60s summon monsters on the field. The opponent cannot target monsters you control with 2,000 or more attack with card effects. Also, they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So you can't even nuke this. So their only out is really just Droplet or Eclipse. And Eclipse is beyond better because they still have trap cards, right? Like the search for the Plasma, I'm pretty sure. Maybe they didn't, but most of the time they will search for the Plasma. So I Book of Eclipse right away. Now his field spells turned off, all his pops are turned off. Now I pretty much try to go combo here. We have the Gazelle, goes for the Imperm. Remember the power of the quick plays, like Chimera Fusion and Droplets, and even Book of Eclipse. So we change chain the fusion here. It goes Veiler, and then we have the call by for that. It really wouldn't have mattered anyways. Like, we would have got the fusion off regardless. And that's all that really matters. If you can get the fusion off, you can pretty much get the Fiendsmith. So we fuse here into the Baphomet, Bullish Burial. Then we get the search for the monster Baphomet. Now Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. You can send the Sinister Necrom, and then you add the Apprentice. Remember to always add the fusion back. Now we ditch the Baphomet, so we can summon Apprentice and then search for LZ. Did that for that extra body. Now we summon LZ, we fusion into Regina, double pop, so activate Deception, pop 2, get rid of it, get rid of the face down. Could be problematic. Plug in, so it would have come up at some point. We revive it, summon Chaos Angel. Now we can banish a card, and we get a search. Oh, we banish Detonator. And then it was actually kind of a misplay. The Aggregator can just negate it. I was like, whatever. And then we just banish and go Fiendsmith now. So at this point, he just FF because I broke his board. If anything, I just attack over, and he's in a really bad spot. So that'll be it for that replay. We really showcased the power of Book of Eclipse. Probably one of the best cards. The deck just normally plays it, so yep, that'll be it for that replay. This will be the last line or replay, and it's gonna showcase like a different line you can do. So we go Quotal, Gate, and now we have Sword Knight, which is full combo, and then we have Deception. But however, we didn't summon the Baphomet here because we would get fusion locked. It would kind of like our abilities, and so Gazelle can search for a level 5 fiend, which just happens to be the Sinister. The reason I did that is because we have Deception, that way we can tribute it, and then you can do Fiendsmith combo later, and then get the Azamina stuff going. So tribute, and the Hollowed. And this is just the basic stuff. Summon Arceliago, send the Deception, search for the Wanted, and then link off so we can. We don't have the Azamina monster card. LZ. Normally you would put that back, but you don't want to lose the body, so you just go Moon for now. Then you have to return the Arceliago back, and now that you can do the chain, the Wanted, and then set up the Omni Negate. This is all before the 5th summon, so you know, keep that in mind. So now we're nib proof, and now we have Fiendsmith and that Bellstar. So let's speed this up. Go Lacrima, attach, summon that Bellstar. Let the Sinful Spoils, bring back the Engraver. And now we go into sequence. Sequence here, we actually make Baphomet because we need to dump the other Baphomet, the one from your main deck. Could have made Aerial Leader. This also has like a graveyard effect, so it didn't really matter. We dump the Baphomet. Now we activate Sinister. It's just for an additional body. Here we draw a card because we need one more monster, technically. And we do into the Apprentice. Special, we get the LZ. Now we can make Caesar here still. And now we can go into A Bao. And game states where you stop a hand trap, or you dodge it. Really, you just want to go into Chimera. So now we bring back Baphomet, and now we're fiend locked or fusion locked. You know, it popped up right here. Now we go Chimera. You loaded up the whole graveyard. You can actually use Special Apprentice. Can't be disturbed by battle, so keep that in mind. Most of the illusions can't be disturbed by battle. So we special her in defense mode. We add the Codal. There's nothing really left to add. It's mainly like Chimera, guarding Chimera targets. In the end phase, I'm gonna bow, and then they discard a card. It's probably the best card ever in Mansion. So they're just gonna FF. They're down a card. We have a Caesar negate, can stop his gimmick puppets, as well as another Omni. Double pop here. Book of Eclipse. So there's nothing really they can do. Then we can special light or dark is what we need to. Just most likely gonna be Birth from it, just to reload our hand with more cards. So that's it for the replay. And I wanted to showcase a different line. Oh, thanks for watching. That'll be it for the replays and the combos. Just some like short notes and thoughts about the deck. It's just really bricky sometimes. Probably brick like once every 4 duels. Then you might lose to like Maxi every other duel if it resolves. So I mean that's always been the Chimera problem. Why you have so many different archetypes and engines in here. I mean I guess they kind of all work together though, so it's not too bad. I wasn't sure if I wanted to play 45 or 47. I've seen 47 list. So if 45 is too much for you, you can probably just cut back on some more cards. Like Nibel Star, you don't really need her. Or at least need 2 of her. You can search for her. If she is a starter, you can get your combo rolling. It's not the best combo. It's really just the worst though. So you have to commit a card from your hand, and then once you get to the Deception, you have to tribute a monster. So it's actually like 3 cards. So yeah, that's pretty big deal. And then I think the extra deck, Lacrima's probably the only droppable card. I don't ever make this, and I don't think it's very good. Because you typically don't even go Caesar. How you usually would with Lacrima, right? Lacrima, bring back Engraver. You don't really do that. You just go Area Leader, send whatever you need, and then go Caesar like that. But then Caesar's not even good right now either. Like Razio X, then Aggregator, negate Caesar. Like you can make an argument for dropping this, but like your inboard might be a little bit weaker. I hate making this card nowadays. So if you were to drop this Lacrima, I would just add a second one. Arguably really good. Or you can add the other fusion for the OTK. This guy. You can OTK if you fuse up a lot of your board. But I haven't really tested him just because it's kind of hard. It's kind of gets, if gets a detonator, he kind of just pops you. So yeah. And a lot of people are playing Ultimate Slayer and Metatronus. There's just really no space. I guess if you wanted to pitch this for a detonator and then play Metatronus, you can do that. But like, that's probably the only card that you can really get rid of. Because you make every single card that you have in your extra deck at some point. Sometimes even on turn 1. So you can do turn 1 or turn 1. Yeah, like you can pretty much make every single card here. Like I've never made Lacrima. I have like the 25 to 35 games that I played with this deck. And if I did, it was for like the OTK where I was pushing for a game. I did miss Agnum Day though, because you can pretty much make Desiree like 7,000 attack. that requires you to attach Sequence, Requiem, and Agdam Day. And it doesn't happen all the time, but it does. So it's really the only card that I missed. So yep, that'll be it for the profile. It's already been a really long video, so thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know if I missed anything or just didn't really like add to the deck. I know it's a bit of breaky, but that's just the nature of the deck. So thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.